Hello everyone, I am Anna Marie Oddo, and for today's discussion, we will tackle about the technology-based interactive teaching strategy. But before anything else, let's have our objective first. The first one is to analyze the different types of technology tools and platforms available for interactive teaching. The second one is to provide recommendation and guidelines for students on implementing and maximizing the benefits of technology-based interactive teaching strategies. And the third one is to explore the impact of technology-based interactive teaching strategies on student motivation, participation, and knowledge retention. So next slide. So while in class, teacher Rumel noticed that his students were not participative in the activities. Being a contemplative teacher, he was able to discern where the problems are coming from. It was because his activities mostly relied on written works such as essays and reflections papers. With this scenario, he began learning how to use PowerPoint presentation and internet-based activity. As anticipated, teacher Romel's effort and dedication paid off. He once again saw the smile on his students' faces. And looking back in the past, you may have not noticed that some of your teachers did not use any technology in their lessons. Why? Because this time, however, that kind of classroom is no longer the trend, but is still relevant and applicable. And as time passed by, the nature of learners has changed along with their attention span and motivation too. So the learners of today are now called the digital learners. Hence, to cater their needs, they should be taught by teachers who are technologically savvy. In this chapter, you shall be immersed with several strategies that could enhance your planning, particularly the choice of right technology. Technology has been over-associated with 21st century teaching and learning processes. Having LED TVs and LCD projectors inside classroom became the norm. The ways teachers incorporate technologies into their classroom implies something about their professional practices. In this time, we acknowledge the potentialities of the new technologies such as laptops, wireless connectivity, interactive whiteboards, and mobile communication devices to reshape pedagogic activity within primary classrooms. However, come to think of it, the TV and projector should not be the basis of teaching. Teachers are still the best instructional materials rather than the PowerPoint presentations. Hence, it is timely to re-examine the realities regarding the use of technology as a tool in classroom instruction. One of the skills to be harnessed among Filipino learners is the information, communication, and technology, or the ICT skills. To achieve this, teachers must be able to infuse technology in their instruction so as to immerse the learners in a more interactive manner. Also, when guided properly, their learners will be able to harness the information and media skills that will be useful in their daily living. However, teachers need to value the importance of technology not just to inform their learners, but to transform them through the assistance of technology. On the next slide, as stipulated in DepEd Order number 42 Series 2016, the integration of technology inside the classroom shall be grounded on this basis. The first one is ICT integration in teaching and learning involves all activities and processes with the use of technology that will help promote learning and enhance the abilities and skills of both learners and teachers. The second one, the use of computers can speed up the preparation of daily lessons. This way, teachers can support each other by having a repository of lesson and to refer to in preparing for their daily lessons. And the third one, teachers can plan learning opportunities that allow learners to access, organize, and process information, create and develop products, communicate and collaborate with others using the ICTs. So now, let's move on to the tips and steps of technologically based interactive teaching strategy. We've seen the black and white images of the one-room schoolhouse. Students sit in perfect rows that face a teacher who's writing in a blackboard up until the last decade. Our classroom haven't this drastically differed from those 100-year-old images. And we are so fortunate to be living and teaching in a time of rapid educational change. Instead of personal student chalkboard, a number of students now have access to electronic devices. And many teachers can now use smartboard instead of dry eraser boards So the limits of the central textbook have transcended the limitless information gathered online. Although these changes are exciting, using technology in the classroom can seem overwhelming when you have multiple objectives to achieve each day and 30 to 35 students to engage simultaneously. So how do we manage the advancing 21st century classroom environment? So today, allow me to give you tips of technologically based interactive teaching strategy. So I want you to listen very carefully because at the end of this discussion, you will reap something very important. So the first one is to start with your classroom setup. Just as any well-managed classroom, setup is essential. First, configure the desk in such a way that you can you can see most of the screens. Like for example, students' desks can face the outer walls of the classroom in a circular fashion, or if rows or pairs works best for your class, consider setting up your desk at the back of the classroom so you'll be able to view all screens and students without being in front and center. So establish display teacher and repeat your classroom rules and procedures when using devices. So students should be clear on their expected behavior and know how to handle arising technology use issues. And to help create this structure number each device, students will have a sense of ownership, and the numbering assist with technology support communications. So lastly, you will have a system for students plug-ins, like any teachers with computer use experience know the student login, like help students log in cards. So each personalized login cards should include the device login, then a couple of the main websites or app views. The number 2 tips is make digital citizenships a priority. So now that you have the devices in the hands of each of your students, they are now ready to engage in this type of learning. So this is your chance to teach one of the most essential skills needed in the 21st century classroom: responsible use of technology, also known as the digital citizenship. Students can automatically navigate the internet safely, communicate effectively and respectfully, and handle other digital dilemmas. So these are all the skills that have to be taught. And the third tip, teach mini lessons before using devices. So the number 1 mistakes I have seen in classroom using devices is the order of process. Imagine a student filled room to start to vibrate with excitement as the teacher rolls the computer on wheels into the classroom. The teacher hands out the numbered devices to his students and their fingers punch in their personal logins the moment they get their hands on them, relieved that all the devices are functioning condition. So the teacher will begin his or her direction for the today's lesson and the goal in using the devices. So those are all the tips you need to remember, especially when technology-based interactive teaching strategy is to use. So this time, let's go to the steps. So technology is a teaching in a great manner, and the same is quite visible from the way we see the children's love for tech integration. If you're one of the educators who love to try different things, 5 steps are listed that might come handy for you to engage better than before. So the first one is use of multimedia, like vivid images, videos, instantaneous information. All of these capture attention from students easily. Use of various multimedia resources adds zing to your classroom sessions. Students enjoy these effective resources that it keeps students engaged and interested in the classroom throughout. So multimedia can stimulate more than one sense at a time, and in doing so, educators reach all the different types of learners and hold students' attention longer. So giving students the ability to create and utilize different types of multimedia creates a more collaborative classroom and allows students to communicate and actually apply what they are learning, enhancing the overall educational experience. The number 2 steps is the utilization of social media. Every kid, every teacher, in fact, everybody uses and enjoys social media. So when the social media is used for teaching purposes, it turns out to be a great use. Students love being social, collaborating, sharing and exchanging ideas. So various important aspects that are integral part of teaching like collaboration and interaction can happen seamlessly via social media. Not just that it is being used by all, but it is also enables you to keep things all checked up and helps you in assigning task, assignment, and other class-related activities effortlessly. So, social media also plays an important role when you talk about keeping guardians updated about students' performance and other school activities, various platforms like Facebook, Twitter, that are being used by educators worldwide and are enjoyed by the masses. So the third steps is the using variety of resources. Mix things up and add some engagement. The source of the information is not just limited to books in 21st century. Instead, you can use podcasts, videos, OERs, blogs, and other sources to deliver knowledge. It enjoys exploring various resources and widening their horizons. A mix of various resources is enjoyed by students and is refreshing it. It even caters to the different learning needs of the students, as one of the same resource may not be up for all. So the four steps, making most of games and perks of gamification. So maybe this is the best part about tech integration. The thing that students get to learn while gaming is the best thing. No doubt about the thing that how much love kids for the games here, educational games are there to help kids to learn their important lessons while playing amazing games. Students can get motivated by challenging each other and if done on a mobile device. Students are more likely to continue learning outside of the classroom. So, using educational games is one of the best ways to use technology in the classroom to make students eager to learn, and gamifications can be used as framework for education that can be used anywhere and in any level of the complexity. It can be directly applied to contents, pedagogical framework, usually to constructivism, or even to other complementary frameworks. So the fifth step is use technology to empower students and reach out. Technology nurtures artistic expression. So engaged students are those who actively express opinion and don't just passively receive wisdom. Technology can give them a platform to explain their ideas, not just regurgitate facts. Apart from this, you can also help students reach out, learn more. So social media helps you connect the people around the world and you can get in touch with the experts. Technology has been the greatest change we have seen in education. Several policies, whether in the government or private sectors, had been forwarded to ensure that classrooms are infused with at least basic technologies. However, even if technology is seen as beneficial, there are still many debates, especially on the extent of technology use and exposure time. Hence, there is a really need to closely monitor this issue because it could make or break the learners. The learners of today have been branded with several names such as digital natives, where they are born with the intellectual capacity to go over technologies, even with a simple exposure because it is part of their lives, and tech savvy for they are more proficient in using technology compared to the older generations. On one hand, some teachers today are feeling resentment towards the use of technologies because it gives them more difficulty. On the other hand, neophyte teachers are more versatile, for they manage to use technology and traditional pedagogies at the same time. Since technology has become foundational component in many areas of our daily lives, as well as to students within the confines of the classroom and learning environment, technology can be both beneficial and problematic for students. Let's start off with the advantages. The first one is using technology can excite young students. Today, it is not uncommon for many school-age children to have first encountered technological devices as toddlers, as such students tend to associate with laptop, tablets, and other similar devices with fun and excitement. Consequently, Technology in the classroom not only helps to harness attention and excitement while in the classroom, but it invigorates traditional learning experiences. The second one is prepare students for the future. Our world is only becoming more reliant on technology, and having a good understanding of common technological devices and their uses is critical and prepare children for success in primary and secondary education. It is never too early for your children to begin building skills and knowledge that they can carry through their educational and professional careers. In this sense of exposure to technology in early education is a great way to begin building a foundation for a success. And the third advantages is that technology encourages spontaneous learning. Having access to technology can help children learn to investigate topics they find interesting. For older generations, formation was not as readily and required that children have access to traditional resources. Now, however, children have a world of information right at their fingertips when they use appropriately and monitor technology can supplement learning in or outside the classroom by providing the outlet for children to research the topics in which they are interested. So now, let's move on to the disadvantages of the first one is use of technology can distract students. Yes, it's true because computers can provide children with access to inappropriate content or information if the proper security measures are not put in place. Website blockers, internet filters, and closed supervision can help prevent children from being exposed to such. And lessons in etiquette or proper use of the internet can instill good web judgments and habits at an early age. The second one is removes children from opportunities for socialization. Studies have suggested that more individuals through society are becoming disconnected and isolated because of the links that technology provides through social networks. Young children who spend more time engaging with devices may not spend as much time interacting with their peers, which can affect those children's social and emotional growth. In mitigating this risk, it is important to temper technology time as to allow students to interact socially with family and friends. So the third disadvantages is technology can discourage creativity. Many technological-based games and activities are pre-made, allowing children to complete activities without having to problem solve in creative and imaginative ways. However, there are equally as many games that will promote creative development and problem-solving skills while serving a fun, solo, or group activity. Choosing the latter and providing a wide array of other learning tools like manipulative or art supplies will ensure that your children are benefiting from their playtime in a safe and constructive way. So now let's move on to the application used to integrate technology in the classroom. The first one is the Reading Eggs, Learning to Read. Reading Eggs is an online educational program designed to help young children develop essential reading skills. It offers interactive activities, games, and lessons to engage children in learning phonics, sight words, vocabulary, comprehension, and fluency. This program is a great way for your children to prepare for school or help them catch up with their classmates even if they are struggling with reading. So the next app is the Curious World Play, Learn, Grow. Curious World is an educational app that provides a wide range of interactive activities and games for young children. It offers learning experiences across various subjects, fostering curiosity and promoting early learning skills in a playful and engaging manner. Hundreds of educational games, books, videos, and activities updated weekly. All expertly selected to boost academic skills, develop curious young minds, and build a lifelong love of learning. So the next app is the Edmudo. Edmudo is a communication and collaboration platform designed for teachers, students, and parents. It allows teachers to create virtual classrooms, share resources, assign and grade assignments, and facilitate online discussion to support remote learning and classroom management. Students also have the ability to post questions or comments to the entire group or to post directly and privately to the instruction or page the administrator. So the next application is the Kahoot. Kahoot is a game-based learning platform that enables educators to create interactive quizzes, surveys, and discussion for students. It promotes engagement and active participation in the learning process through competitive and gamified elements. Kahoot is able to allow learners to learn without the notice of participating in quizzes. And moreover, students also reported they are more engaged and motivated to participate in class with the participation of Kahoot. And the next app is the Khan Academy. Khan Academy is an online learning platform that provides free educational resources across various subjects and grade levels. It offers video lessons, practice exercises, and personalized learning tools to support students' academic progress and fill knowledge gaps. Khan Academy is a great resource for students who want to learn more about a certain subject, but it is far from an ideal learning environment for those attending formal classes. It fails to provide an adequate learning experience for students and often does not align with the curriculum. So the next app is the Quizlet. Quizlet is a digital learning tool that allows users to create and access flashcards, quizzes, and study sets across a wide range of subjects. It helps students review and reinforce their knowledge through interactive study, activities, and collaborative learning features. Quizlet is a study tool based mostly on flashcards and quiz-style recall of facts. Users can create and then test themselves on study sets they create. They can also browse a database of millions of study sets created by other students, teachers, and corporate partners. So the next app is the EduBlogs. This EduBlog enables teachers to create class blogs, share resources, facilitate discussion, and showcase student work, promoting communication, creativity, and digital literacy skills. EduBlogs makes it possible for teachers to create classroom and student blogs that include text, video, images, and other media. So the next app is the Google Earth. Google Earth is a virtual globe and mapping software that allows users to explore the Earth's surface, view satellite imagery, and access geographical information. It provides an immersive and interactive experience for learning about geography, history, and the natural world. Explore the whole world from above with satellite imagery, 3D terrain of the entire globe, and 3D buildings in hundreds of cities around the world. Zoom to your house or anywhere else, then dive in for a 360-degree perspective with Street View. So the next app is the Book Creator. Book Creator is a digital tool that enables users to create and publish their own interactive ebooks. It supports multimedia integration, allowing students and educators to create engaging and customizable digital books for various purposes and subjects. Book Creator, a creator can also be used in project-based learning activities because it allows real-time collaboration for multiple students to create one book. While students will get the most educational benefit out of their designing their own books, they can also read multimodal books designed by others to enrich their knowledge. So the next app is the Showbee. It is a digital classroom management platform that streamlines the workflow of assigning, collecting, and grading assignments. It provides a centralized space for communication, file sharing, and assessment, making it easier for teachers and students to collaborate and track progress. Showbee is an app used by teachers to assign, collect, and review students' work. Showbee keeps student work organized by classes and assignments. And the last app is the Nearpod. It is an interactive educational platform that allows teachers to create engaging lessons, presentations, and assessment for their students. It offers a variety of interactive features such as quizzes, polls, open-ended questions, virtual reality experiences, and collaborative activities. With Nearpod, you can ensure all students are on task and participating. Students can feel comfortable responding to questions by answering digitally while the teacher encourages class discussion. And students have the option to submit responses by typing, selecting images, or submitting voice recordings. So that would be all for my topic. I hope you have gained something, and thank you everyone for listening.